Anthony Slater here with Eric Horn inside American Airlines Center after Game 4 Thunder Mavericks. And as always, our Thunder videos are brought to you by J. Marshall Square, Oklahoma City's only big house apartment complex. Eric, a dominant performance again by Thunder tonight. They only win by 12, but they really controlled this game throughout.
Yeah, another great performance by the Thunder tonight. I mean, 6 guys in double figures. You wrote about Enes Kanter. He really beasted for him tonight. Dion Waiters had a great game. Wasn't the best shooting night for Kevin Durant. Ended on a sour note for him, which we'll get to a little bit later in the video. But let's talk about your boy Kanter.
Well, yeah, just really encouraging from the Thunder is that Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook don't shoot that well. I think they went 14 of 39 combined, yet they're dominating these games because Dion Waiters is giving them good minutes off the bench. Another good game from him. He was big at the end of the first quarter. And then Enes Kanter is just having a monster series, especially his 2 trips down here to Dotson. He goes 12 of 13 shooting tonight, 28 points, game high 28 points. If you just look at the Dallas games, he's 18 of 20 shooting on these first 2 road playoff games. He was 16 points in the fourth quarter, 10 in the first half. I mean, it's just massive production from him. People were talking about how he would perform in the playoffs. Was the stage too big for him? Could people play him off the floor? He's dominating these games.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder's winning with him playing. I mean, at the offensive efficiency we thought you could get from him, but I mean, even surpassing that. And then they're getting Dion Waiters playing a controlled, great minutes off the bench. He comes off the bench in the first quarter, and he's got a hand in 10 straight points to end the first quarter for the Thunder. That was huge.
Yeah, and Kanter's doing enough defensively where he's not unplayable. He's not making these incredible plays, but I don't know, once or twice this series you've been like, oh, terrible play by Enes Kanter. So when he does that, you get so much. You mentioned Westbrook, Durant. The game gets chippy. There's a scuffle at the bench between Mejri and Westbrook, and Anthony Morrow didn't even play. But then at the end, Kevin Durant gets ejected on. He kind of slugs a forearm to Justin Anderson on a block attempt. He says it's accidental. He texts Justin Anderson after the game. What's kind of your view on it? And is it possible he gets suspended for Game 5? Yeah,
that's a possibility still. It will be interesting to see, considering that Durant had the elbow on Salah Mejri in Game 3. If the league goes back and says, okay, this is kind of adding up. But I don't think Durant meant it. He said he didn't mean it. Billy Donovan said Durant was very apologetic after the play. It looked like he was just trying to go and swipe after the ball, and he just happened to connect with Anderson's head. Anderson made a point to say that Durant's actually a guy that's texted him throughout the year for give him encouragement. They both went to Montrose Christian School in high school in Maryland. So it seems like something that Durant will be available to play on Monday.
Yeah, let's take a look at KD, Russ, and definitely stay for the Steven Adams interview. As always, it is gold, but also Billy Donovan, Rick Carlisle, and more.
It's kind of going back and forth of whether to keep him on the floor, bring Steven Adams back in defensively, but Enes was playing so well, we just kind of really went with him for the entire fourth quarter. He did a good job offensive rebounding. I thought he made a couple key baskets. I thought his 3-point play was a big basket to stop the momentum a little bit. It was good to see as they kind of dug into our lead and got it down to single digits. We were able to respond with either a stop or a score, and that's what you need on the road, is to be able to stop momentum, and I thought our guys did a good job of that.
Barry Trammell, the Oklahoma, Billy, not just Enes, but all your players beyond Kevin and Russell played. I think you're 30 of 44 outside of those 2. How much, when everybody's scoring, even if those 2 guys are off, how much harder are you to beat?
Well, I think a couple things. I think one is, obviously the attention that Russell and Kevin are going to get night in and night out. I think that they understand that they've got to get other guys involved. I thought Dion played downhill. We were very, very balanced, and I know maybe at times people have looked at it saying it's just those 2 guys and everybody's standing. I've never really felt or believed that, because I know, being around Russell and Kevin, they are very, very unselfish guys. They try to move the ball, pass the ball, but I thought Enes created good offense for us. I thought Dion did a great job playing downhill and playing in the paint. I thought Kevin moved the ball when he got doubled a couple times. I thought Kevin had shots that just didn't go down for him. Russell was really good in mid-pick and roll. He found Kanter several times rolling to the basket. Same thing with Adams. So I thought we were really balanced on offense all the way around.
Barry Trammell, the Oklahoma. Kevin, can you talk about, you and Russell didn't shoot it well tonight, but the 4 guys behind you shot great. You got a lot of balance. How tough is it for you guys, for the other team, when you guys get balance like that?
Oh, it's good for us. They're playing a jump defense, man. They're loading up, they're doubling it.
you know, they're doing a lot. They basically leaving everybody else open, and I think our guys are taking advantage of it. And it's Dion, you know, Serge, you know, guys are knocking down shots, finding opportunities and finishing. So when a team plays us like that, we got to move the ball. I think Russ did a great job finding the guys, and we're spaced the floor very well tonight. So we got to do a better job in Game 5.
Kevin, Saad Yusuf from ESPN Dallas Radio. Obviously, you're competing against him. How much respect do you have for what Dirk's doing at 37 years old?
A tremendous amount of respect. All of us do. He's competing hard. He's going out there and trying to do everything he can to help his team. You see it. You see it. You know, he's playing with that fire and that passion. So, you know, at 37, that's tough to do in the playoffs. When he has to score, you know, they're posting him up every play, running him off pin downs, and running and setting screens and defending. He's doing a lot for him. So you got to tip your hat to someone like that. He's playing great.
Anthony Slater with Oklahoma for both of you. What's it been like playing with a big man like Enes who can run the floor? He seems to be able to snag, you know, little quick bounce passes. Just what's it like playing with that?
Great, man. It's a good piece to come off the bench. You know, I think he's been doing a great job all season long. And I think it goes unnoticed, honestly. I think the stuff he does is unbelievable, man. You know, all respect to Jamal Crawford, but I honestly don't believe it shouldn't have been close for 6'9" Enes. Guy that shoots 68, 69% from the field and goes 12 for 13 in games like this. He's been doing it all season, and you know, I think he's a guy that needs to be get some notoriety over the things he's doing.
I think OKCThunder.com. Rose, they tried to press you guys. You only have 9 turnovers, 26 assists. Why were you guys able to handle that and be so efficient with the ball?
Speed. You got to use your speed to your advantage. My job is to be able to kind of get up the floor and kind of see what mismatches, and I think we did a good job of using our speed and athleticism to get the ball up the floor and get layups.
Eric Horney, Oklahoma. Kevin, Justin Anderson talked about he has a good relationship with you going back. You all went to the same high school, Montrose. What message would you have for him after that foul that played into?
Yeah, I texted him and told him that. I mean, I wasn't trying to hurt him at all. You know, there's plenty of plays this season where I blocked shots that from behind like that, and just unfortunate that I was able to, you know, foul him over here. I mean, it was a flagrant, even though I wasn't intentionally trying to foul him, but the refs had to make a decision. They made the right one, but you know, it was just bad timing. I wasn't trying to hurt him.
Tim McMahon, ESPN.com for both of you guys. Are you concerned the chippiness, the extracurricular stuff is crossing the line from normal playoff stuff to something a little bit more?
I mean, yeah, no. I think as a team, we come out and compete and play basketball. The name of the game is come out and play basketball. And that's what we've done the last 2 games, especially here. We know a lot of their game plans to kind of muck up the game, and I think we've done a great job of setting above it, playing our game and coming out and taking care of business.
Guys, Leo Lagada, Puerto Rico. You guys have lost a lot of games this season where you led going into the 4th quarter. Dallas had a couple of runs, they wouldn't go away. They came within single digits a few times. Can you talk a little bit about what you guys did to make sure that wouldn't happen and how you worked on that, both on the game and mentally?
Well, during the season, you know, we got 2 points going to the 4th. I don't really think that's a huge comeback. So in our defense, we had a few. We gave up some leads, but for the most part, I think we did a good job of, you know, keeping those leads. But tonight, you know, we have 10 to 12 points. You know, they made a run. We just stayed poised. You know, they cut it to 6 or 7, and we just, you know, we responded by making shots and getting good offense. And you know, they made tough shots over us. Dirk made some tough shots. Felton made some tough ones, but we just stayed poised and we didn't let the crowd rattle us or what they did rattle us, and we just, you know, press forward.
Skyler Dixon with the Associated Press. Kevin, similar to the question over here, you said that it's a normal playoff series before. Do you still feel that way, or do you feel like it's maybe getting a little bit out of hand?
Yeah, I mean, both teams want to win. I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day. I was raised on, you know, that chippiness and throwing elbows and you know, bumping guys. That's just all a part of the game, you know. I don't believe they're trying to hurt us, and we're not trying to hurt them. That's the most important thing you should get out of it. No one is looking to injure anybody. We're just playing the game physical. There's some stuff we're going to do, some talking. We're going to do some, you know, shoving here and there because that's how competitive both teams are. But for the most part, no one's dirty. I know Carlisle and Mark Cuban will tell you guys that. But we was going out there and playing. And, you know, what happened tonight was unfortunate. I didn't mean to flagrant foul Justin Anderson. I know that's going to come up, so I asked for it. But it's just a part of the game. And, you know, guys are playing physical, playing chippy.
but no one's trying to hurt anyone. Voice in ESPN.com. Russ, things got heated there in the third quarter. You picked up a technical foul at one point, but you seem to take over the game there. Do you kind of enjoy when the heat gets turned up in a game like that, kind of on the road, taking on the crowd? That sort of stuff?
It's fun, man. Honestly, I think you embrace those moments. I think, especially I do. I have fun, and my team embrace those moments. I think it's a great opportunity for us to come together. I think that's the most important part. I think when stuff gets routed, the crowd gets involved, missed calls go here, tech here, and you see how you respond is, kind of how you show who you are as a team. And I thought we did a great job, and I thought guys did a great job of just responding to that.
We stick with the game plan. We came out, we knew that was going to be a tough game, and I think we didn't fall apart. Then we stick with the game plan. I think we went out there and just did our job on both ends.
What have you thought so far about the way Dion has played off the bench as well? You guys connected early too.
He's been amazing. Not just offensively, defensively too. He's doing an amazing job. He's making his shots and just defending the ball. I mean, he's been unbelievable. He's really helping us out.
And as we've talked a lot in the past about, you didn't really have playoff experience. What has this felt like, especially the last two games, performing like this?
This is definitely different than the regular season. It's more physical, and you out there, you feel what playoff means. Well, I play, with Utah. I didn't really have an experience, but now I'm playing with all those amazing players. I can't tell what playoff means now.
How does it feel to have these type of performances on that stage?
I think the most important thing, just to keep having those performances. Just keep winning, and just keep stick with the game plan.
You ran the floor a couple of times tonight. I mean, have you always been really adept running the floor, especially?
Well, the most important thing, I'm trying to keep up with Russell. He's just flying, and I'm just trying to, just keeping up with him. But it's impossible sometimes because he's just flying. But he's definitely doing an amazing job of finding an open man.
You seem like Billy stayed with you deeper in the fourth quarter. Just how nice is it, you're performing like that?
Well, I don't really, think about that kind of stuff. I think, we did a really good job, and Steven, really helped me out from the bench. Every time I time out, he was coming next to me, just trying to talk to me and try to help me out on both ends. So I really appreciate it.
What did you think about Enes' performance overall? 28 points on this biggest stage.
Oh, great stuff. He actually.
You got the food, man.
Simmer down. Yeah, so he actually did well on his pick and roll coverages and his help side. Those were just what stuck out to me. Obviously, if you get a bucket, dude's amazing. So, yeah.
But to get 12 buckets, on 13 shots, just how big is it? The way he's performed, really, the last two games.
What did he get?
He was 12 of 13, shooting 28 points.
Oh, swinging at the knees. He's good, man. He's good. He's a good dude, man.
Steven, what you guys do in that third quarter in particular? You and Russ really connected. You had a big quarter. What in particular was working?
They were just overloading on Russ, and then he just, got me the ball, and I tried to get layups, and that's pretty much what they had.
Are you pleased with the way your game has progressed in the playoffs so far? You seem like you're getting more confident with everyone.
Yeah, kind of. No, not pleased. Screwed up on there was a lot of miscommunication from my end on defensive end, so yeah, can't say I'm pleased with it. So got to work on it.
Just 9 turnovers as a team for you guys tonight. Why were you able to protect the ball? And I think you had 26 assists to just 9 turns.
We were just, I guess, smart with it. Understood where they're overloading from, where the traps are coming from. We did a good job actually when they started to full court press to actually get the ball in. Luckily there was a couple close calls. Miracle play from Enes, getting a dunk from one. There should have been 2.
Steven, one of the toughest things sometimes to do is close the team out. So what's it going to take when you guys get back to OKC?
Just a lot of focus and can't be cocky. Can't rely on the fans even. So sorry, beg your pardon. Yeah, just can't rely on the fans even though they were home. Just got to come out with the right mindset and right energy and lock in on the game plan and not get distracted by all the antics because it's probably going to happen. All the weird stuff.
How did you avoid the antics this time?
Pardon?
How did you avoid the antics this time?
Avoid the antics? Oh, you can't really avoid it. They just come at you. So you just got to make sure that you're mentally tougher than them really, and just try not to react to whatever's going on. Because as soon as you react, it puts the team at a disadvantage, and it's a selfish play.
Is this part of the antics right here on the neck? Is that antics right there on the neck?
How good? Wolverine.
Whoop.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, mate, but it's fine.
How did that happen?
No idea. I just went for play. There was a couple plays, and then I ran, and I felt a breeze. You know that moist breeze feeling? Yeah. That happened on my shoulder, and I was like, oh my god.
Can I see it again? I couldn't see that over here.
Check me out. It gives me some good street cred. It actually looks kind of badass.
Anyone else?
Yeah, dude,
This will be the last one for Steve.
And it's running the floor. You know, he had like a scoop layup. I mean, you've seen him a lot. What he do ever surprise you for a big man to be able to do some of those like kind of crafty moves?
No, bro, because his practice is like, he does all that stuff in practice, bro. Like, you should see him in practice. He'd get a bucket in the layup line. He's good at doing all that stuff. So, I mean, I've seen it before. I'm more surprised at like the defensive side. You know, everyone knows he can get a bucket, but he's really working on that side. So that's what I'm proud of him for.
We didn't let the game get mucked up. We stayed focused and stayed positive and worked through all those little things, and that's what we're supposed to do. So I'm proud of us for overcoming the mental part of the game.
And it's at 28, he was 12 of 13 from the field. Just talk about what he was able to do for you guys tonight.
It's unbelievable. You know, on the block, it's hard to stop. He got every move in the book, and he can shoot the ball from 15, 20 feet. So, you know, he got great hands. So on drive, guys pitching it to him. Those little dump off passes, he's finishing them, getting and ones. He's on the glass, and he's doing a great job defensively. I think a little bit underrated defensively how well he's playing right now. So I'm ready to take my hat off to him.
You guys have a chance to close it out on Monday, going back to your home crowd. They're going to be right behind you, but how do you guys stay focused and get the win?
Just knowing what we did to get to this point. You know, we got to continue to play hard. This is my first playoff, so just listening to Nick. You know, Nick said, "Hey, it's going to be the hardest game. It's a closeout game." So we just prepared for it. They're a veteran team. Obviously, they got some guys that can get hot and stuff like that. So we just got to stay locked in, man, and get it done.
Is Enes' ability to finish, you know, on the run, scoop layups different? Does that ever surprise you from a big man?
No, I've seen him. You know, he's got great skill. His skill level is extremely high, and then he can shoot the ball, like I said, from 15, 18 feet. So anytime you got a guy like that, you got guys penetrating and dumping it off to him. He can finish at the rim. He's strong enough to get and ones, offensive rebounder. So he's continued to work hard defensively. Defensively, he's doing a great job in this series. So, you know, he's really the complete player right now, man. We just gotta continue to keep that up.
Was it bizarre to see what was going on on the bench in the second quarter there?
Last question.
No, not really. Like I said, I was just trying to get the ball to the referee. I wasn't starting that. It is what it is, man. We got past it. It was just a mental moment that we had to get past, and we got past it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate, you know, we talk about staying close enough, you know, staying in striking range, so once the fourth quarter comes, we're kind of right there to make a run. But, you know, they hit us with waves, and every time we do get it down to 8 or 10, you know, we don't come up with a loose ball. They get off the rebound. They get their fives is rolling behind us, laying the ball in uncontested. So it just piles up. Or Westbrook, it's a big three. It's just every time we're fighting and we're gaining a little momentum, and the crowd gets into it. They do a great job of stopping our runs. So, you know, give them credit. They came in here and stole 2 games on our home court.
Dirk, you guys did a good job with Durant and Westbrook. The guys behind them shot great. Can you tell us what happened with letting those guys get loose, particularly Kanter and Adams?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, this whole series, you got to pay a lot of attention to both, and you know, that's when the other guys find spots to be effective, whether it's fives rolling the basket and pick and rolls hardest today, whether it's the blocker filling in or finding spots where he shoots the ball. Waiters was fantastic today, especially there when they made a big run on the pick and rolls. We didn't keep him in front of us, and he got the layups a couple times.
I'm here talking right now. Obviously, we have rules in the league, and I know I got hit with the flagrant 2 for accidentally hitting somebody in the head early in the season. So I think it was just. So, yeah.
So a play on the ball, not anything malicious then in your mind, or
play on the ball. He didn't hit the ball.
No, I know. Was he trying to? Or?
I don't know. I didn't see the play. I haven't even seen the replay.
Was there any build up to that? Was there a conversation that you guys had, or anything like that, or even afterwards?
KD went to Montrose.
Donovan said that he wanted KD came over and said he apologized to you. Whether he's been laid off before or whatever. Does that change you?
good. High school coach is here actually right now. I'm gonna go see him, so he's happy to see both of us. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
I'm assuming you haven't had a chance to interact with him since.
No, he got escorted off.
Well, no, I know, just maybe in the tunnels or whatever, but no.
Yeah, I gotta talk to him before games and chapel and stuff. So, saying what's up. He's helped me a lot. He's helped me a lot this year during my ups and downs, texting me and telling me, keep everything going. We have a good relationship with the Munchers.